How to change the transmission filter on a 2001 Chevy Tahoe. Step 1. Get yourself some Dexron 3 transmission fluid. Step 2. Get the appropriate filter. Now that's because some of these vehicles actually come with a deep pan and some come with a shallow pan. Now the shallow pans are supposed to be for the Corvettes and things like that, maybe the Pontiac GTOs and things. But for this, for the trucks, you're going to want the deep pan. Jack your vehicle up so you can get underneath it. Catch can. 13mm socket. 15mm wrench. And a 10mm. And an extension for your socket wrench. And now climb through the depths of hell. And after you battle your way past Cerberus, the demon dog that guards the gates of hell, time to get your 15mm wrench and start crack-a-lacking. Now after you wound the beast with your dagger, let him bleed out. And now while the monster bleeds out, we have ourselves a point. Now you can let this drain however long you want. I don't have a car lift, so I can't just drop it straight down without draining it, period, and not having to worry about splashing fluid all over the place and making a big old mess. But what I'm going to do is just let it drain for about an hour. That way when I take the pan off, I don't have to worry about any residual drippage falling down on me while I'm underneath the transmission. And with the monster's blood all drained, it's time to take our 13mm and start opening up the rib cage. Now, before you remove the final bolt, you want to come over here to where your heat shield is at on the passenger side of the vehicle and take off the 10mm bolts. And with that out of the way, your transmission should be ready to come down. Just take out the final bolt. If it doesn't want to pop down, just put a little screwdriver, little flathead screwdriver in there and just pop it loose. And with a little bit of forceful finagling, I was able to get it down and out of there. You might be noticing that your oil pan starts to get caught here on this little shifter bracket. I just put my extension right up in there and just kind of pried it down a little bit, and it just popped right back down. This is has a little bit of a flex to it, so you're able to push it just a little bit, just enough to clear this thing so you can actually pull it down. And the old filter should just pop right off, and the new one, once we take it out of the package, should just pop right back in place. And I don't know about you, but I'm going to give my pan a little bit of a wash to get rid of some of this built up black gunk. So, like I said, a little bit of force and it just pushes right back up into place. This little shifter bracket right here, again, flexible. Just force, push it up, and it pushes that thing out of the way until it goes up, and then it slips back over. And when you tighten all these bolts down, you want to remember that it's an aluminum transmission, so you don't want to over tighten them. Make sure you torque them to this number. Interestingly though, I can't find torque specs for the heat shield. So I'm just going to do about 5 foot-pounds. Seeing as how those are much smaller bolts than the transmission pan bolts. And don't forget to recycle your used transmission fluid. And now it's time to add your transmission fluid, and you do that by removing your dipstick and getting a funnel and pouring it into there. And there you have it. Now you're all done. Hope it's been educational. Hope it helps.